How's it going, guys? The Meathead back with another video. We're in the garage. It is swelteringly hot outside today, so we're not riding the bike. What I thought I'd go through is like a new updated walk around of the Road Glide, mainly because things have changed quite a bit since I did that Road Glide walk around video. I'll throw the thumbnail up here of that video. Really, the only thing that stayed the same from that video is the handlebars, honestly. There's a lot that has morphed and... Oh, Jesus, Zach, come on. That's a screwdriver. What are you doing? That's my bike lift. So there's a lot that has changed. So to start with, we swapped from the 14-inch Sport Flare windshield. This is now the 9-inch version. I switched primarily just because I run a full-face helmet, and with that 14 inches windshield, it comes out to here, and I was getting no wind flow. And if you know how summers are in the Midwest, we can start in the morning at like 50 degrees, but by the afternoon it's like today, it's 95, 98 degrees and humid. I need some ventilation, and if I can't get any ventilation because there's just so much wind being blocked, I get really hot and I get irritated and I get lethargic, and it's not enjoyable, you know. These are still the same. These are the Custom Dynamics turn signals, front and rear, the halo ones. Pretty common on most bikes, so that hasn't changed. We swapped the mirrors from being downward to upward. The only reason why they were down before was because with the 14-inch windshield, the edge of the windshield came way back here, I think like right about here. So at full lockout, I would hit the mirror if it was up like this, versus when it was down, I could actually do full lockout. Now that I don't have that tall windshield, guess what? Mirrors are back up. I can actually now see around my shoulders, and with the wife on the back, I can actually see around her too. Down into the motor, this is where we changed up the most this year for 2020. So we started with the exhaust. We originally had the stock Harley header with Tab Performance mufflers. I really didn't enjoy the sound of the Tab mufflers. I also didn't really enjoy the fact that how heavy and unperformance like those pipes, that setup was. So I went and got rid of it and got these Vance & Hines big radius pipes. I've enjoyed them so far. They're very good quality pipes. Just to give you a short review, like, I don't have any rusting or anything on them. The black has stayed black through being left out in the sun at work, and you know, I don't really clean the bike, as you guys can see. So the fact that those pipes have held up like they have, the only discoloration is from the actual exhaust on the exhaust tip from burning fuel. So I mean, I really enjoy them. I enjoy the sound. You guys have heard the sound of them before. I have a couple of videos with detailing the sound of it, so I'm not going to fire it up or anything. The next newest thing that we've changed was the air cleaner. I still have the old air cleaner. So this is the old air cleaner and backing plate. This is just a K&N air filter. This thick ass backing plate, and I was running a Arlen Ness Derby cover, and I believe this is all a DK Customs air cleaner setup. They were running these external breather bolts. They just basically would vent all the crankcase pressure from the motor out to atmosphere instead of it breathing into the intake. Problem is I would coat my exhaust. See, look at that, all that oil. There'd be my exhaust rate, and my rear one would be just drops everywhere, even down here and whatnot from the breathers. I guess the heat's getting to me. So it would bleed all over the breathers there. There's oil, there'd be oil in here, there's misting up here. Then this backside of the throttle body would just be caked in oil. So I got sick of cleaning off oil all the time, so I would just basically switch to this Fuel Moto AC/DC air cleaner, which it's basically an S&S air cleaner. This is the Fuel Moto's clear cover. As you can see, I like the look of it. So far, really have liked the style. I feel it flows just as much air, if not more air, than that K&N one. So only time will tell. If anybody wants a air cleaner, you know, I got one. We're working our way back. This is the fueling vented dipstick. It's pretty simple construction. I'm running the hose up and through and down, as you can see here, and then there's the the little filter down there. Basically, what I decided to do, because the other one was venting the crankcase pressure out here, since I went to a normal air cleaner, I know it's gonna vent that pressure into the intake. What I decided to do instead was run the fueling dipstick, so it vents off a lot of that excess crankcase pressure, so I don't get as much oil coming in through the breather and dirtying the air that goes in the intake. I actually have not felt any major drop in power or response or anything from switching to the dipstick and that air cleaner versus the DK Customs conglomeration setup thing over there. So good on fueling, good on Fuel Moto. The S&S 475 cam is not in this bike yet. I have said it before. I've detailed why it isn't in there yet. It's been a struggle to find the funds and the time to do that. The next thing, I actually got rid of my stretch saddlebags. If you know Harley models, the standard specials have the stretch saddlebags and the dresser style exhaust setup. Well, since I got rid of the dresser style exhaust that doesn't come all the way out the back, like, now I had those cutouts that were cutouts to nothing. So what I decided to do was see if somebody wanted to swap. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace that I was looking to swap to standard bags, and somebody hit me up and they wanted the stretched ones. We both had 2017 plus M8s with vivid black, so we swapped, and they were in good condition. They didn't have any major scratches, or like they didn't fall off the bike at some point and get scuffed to all hell. So I like the standard bags look. Inside here is the Greg Williams clutch push rod to prevent the oil transfer. I had discovered that my bike had a mild case of the oil transfer issue. So what it transferred 7 ounces in like 3,900 miles. So I mean, it's significant, but it wasn't a whole hell of a lot. But I figured I would take care of it, and I ordered the push rod. So far, I haven't noticed any transfer, so it's a worthwhile $60. But that's rather a short list of all the things that changed on the bike. It's been more or less about running and riding. I think I started the year at like 12.5, and I'm at 20,280. So I'm hoping to get to my 10,000 miles in a season goal that I set at the beginning. Also hoping to get to 100 subscribers. We are at 97 subscribers on the channel. I appreciate all 97 of you. Appreciate comments and interactions with you guys, and I hope to keep you guys around, and hopefully we can grow this channel to be more. But yeah, that's a short rundown of the Road Glide. Of the things that have broken on this Road Glide or fallen apart, I've had 2 fork seals go. The left one first and then the right one. I had to get new tires, so I got a new front tire, which is a Dunlop American Elite, and I have a Dunlop American Elite rear. I ran over something, punctured the rear one, had it replaced, and so now we haven't had any issues with tires. Obviously, I discovered my oil transfer, so we got the oil push rod in there. You know what I'm saying. And then a couple weeks ago, my rectifier went out because my battery light came on, like it wasn't getting any charge at all. So I replaced that. That was a fun DIY sleuth kind of thing, CSI Road Glide kind of thing that I was trying to figure out what it was, and so far so good. It was just that. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I think that's what we're going to call the video. It's kind of a walk around updated on this Road Glide. I still love this bike. This is probably the best bike I've owned. I really have very, 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 very few complaints for this bike, but there are still things, like I said in my other video, that I want to change. I wouldn't mind changing a lot of things cosmetically over the winter. Pretty much a quick little rundown on the updates for 2020 on the Road Glide. And I apologize for it being dirty, but I fall under the mindset of the people that are like, if you got time to clean, you got time to ride. So let's get out and ride then. Anyways, guys, I hope to bring you guys some more content. I'm hoping to maybe put some more miles on this with this air cleaner and the Dipstick, and give you guys an actual honest review if this was worth it and if that was worth it. But other than that, guys, I think we will see you in the next video. This is the Meathead signing out.